welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a returning viewer, a returning friend, returning subscriber, all of those things. Before we get started, I wanted to look at this. This is amazing. Isn't this amazing? Cross stitch and wine makes everything fine. Yes, I got that for Christmas from my husband. It is on the Cross Stitch Studios website. They sell shirts and sweatshirts and a whole bunch of stuff, and this is not going to be my only one. Like, there are plenty that I want to get. And it's really nice. It is super soft on the inside, comfortable. I got a large so that it's like super big on me, but yeah. Anyway, just want to show that off first. There's a lot of stuff. And there's not a lot of stuff actually today. It's going to be probably a shortish video. I'm gonna probably do a WIP parade on Friday, so that we're doing like literally end of the year. Here's what I've done. So we'll do comparison photos from the beginning of the year. I know in my mid-year WIP parade I did comparisons from the beginning of the year, but I'm also going to use the beginning of the year photos in this video, so we can see like how far I got on my projects. I am going to include all of my new starts too, even though they don't have comparisons, but I just want to have that so that when I do the comparison next year, we'll have it. The only one I don't have is Mulan, because I already gave that one away, but I think I have finished photos. I have to find them and see. But anyway, so this is a channel about cross stitch. Hi, welcome. My name is Hannah. I think I already said that, but I don't have very much because I had finished my new starts. So the last video, I think I only had one that I had like needed to get the rest of the 200 on, and then everything else is just what I felt like working on. And then I have a little bit more like Christmas stuff that is cross stitch related, so I'll show that. And then I have some Stitchy Kindness, and it's not very much, but I do have that. Did I bring my phone up here, or did I leave it? I left it downstairs. Well, that's okay. I don't need it today. So the first thing I'm going to show, we'll just get right on into it. My first project that I'm going to show is my Christmas SAL, my classic Christmas SAL. So I think I worked on this since the last time you saw it. I think Wednesday when I made my video, I hadn't done the square yet. If I did, you're just seeing the exact same thing, but I can't remember because I didn't finish it. I know, I kept up with it so well and then I didn't finish it. And my reason, I have a reason for not finishing it, but here's what it looks like. I can't remember if I had already done Rudolph or not the last time you saw it. So if you did see Rudolph last time, here he is again. The last square, I'm still trying to decide what I want to do, because she put out Bumble, I don't remember what his name is, but the like Yeti monster was the actual release, but then she put out what's his name? The guy with the beard, the red hair, you know who it is. But she put him out after, and I'm glad I didn't stitch it right away because I'm not sure which one I want to do. Also, the reason I didn't finish it is because I put this into No New Starts, my No New Starts album. I am doing No New Starts. I'm doing the Work Your Whips version. So when I finish something, I can start something new. And I'm so close to finishing this that I'm like, oh, I could save it in the new year and then I could finish this and then start something new. The catch is you have to start something that is the same size, like in the same size category or smaller, and this is in the small category, so I would have to do something small, which is fine, but I don't have anything as of right now. That doesn't mean that I won't have something next year that I see like, oh, this is a small that I want to start, and I can. So that's why it's not finished, because I'm kind of cheating and I want to save it for next year so I can say it's a finish and start something else. Yeah. that's okay. I will be finishing it. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna like do with it. Like I'm not sure how I'm gonna finish it. So I don't know. Okay. Next, do I only have 4? I only have 4 projects to show you. The next one is what I was working on last week. My final like. Oh, I forgot to mention that the fabric for that Christmas SAL, it's the Story Stitches SAL, and then the fabric is Grace Notes Fabrics Joy to the World. It's a 32 count linen. And then this one is, this one is what I was working on last week. Like I was trying to finish my 200 stitches on it. This is called, I realized in my last video, I didn't like name a couple of my projects, like which projects they were. So I'm gonna do better today. But this is Grace. It is by Cross Stitch, hold on, I have it right here. Cross Stitching Art. Grace, where are you? Okay, I don't have it on here. Do I have Celeste on here? Yeah. Yeah, it is Cross Stitching Art. And they're just fancy ladies, you know. So, this is where I am now. So I'm pretty sure that's like over 200. But it's done. The fabric is very washed out when I get really close. But it's such a pretty yellow. This fabric is Grace Notes Fabrics, 32 count linen. The color is Hannah, so it's my fabric. Literally is my fabric. They named it after myself, which is really sweet. But she's gonna look awesome on this. I'm so glad that we all kind of decided that I was gonna do Grace on this fabric because, yes, literally perfect. So that's where I am with that one. So she is ready to go for next year. I'm not sure how much I'm going to stitch on some of these because my WIP Go board, as I've explained before, is kind of choosing what I'm doing in the year. And some of my later decisions didn't make it onto my WIP Go board. So if I have some extra free time, I might pull out some things that are not on my WIP Go board, but my focuses are what I draw in WIP Go. And we'll talk about that in a little bit here. Okay, the next thing that I worked on is in this lovely, lovely bag made by Kaylee. It's lovely. Look how beautiful it is. And then the like front fabric. Her store is linked below. The Sewing Shop Inc. I'll have everybody's stores or Etsy shops or whatever linked below if I love them. I don't not love all the people, but you know, these folks are like really my friends. So this is Birds, Butterflies, and Blooms World Map. It's charted by HAED, artwork by Aimee Stewart. If I could actually find where my stitching is, there it is. It's way back here. It's way in the back. This is the max color version. It is not the supersize version. I decided I don't need that many supersize in my life. It's still giant. It's an Aimee Stewart, so it's still giant, but it's not that giant. It's not a supersized. Okay, and here, oh, hopefully I showed you my comparison. I should have showed you all the comparisons if there are comparisons to show. Which now at this point there should be for like everything, because, but anyway, I did a lot. Look at it. So technically, I've done my 2,000 stitches for January on this piece, but I still need to put another 2,000 stitches in January on this because I'm using this for the daily 30 like yearly event. and they just released it. It is a closed group on Facebook, so if you are not in it, sorry, but if you are, they just released like what they're doing, and I have my plan ready to go for my 3 focus. Well, I have multiple focus pieces, but the 3 that I chose for that, and I chose the 3 pieces that have the most stitches that need to be done each month for that specific one. And then I chose for Full Coverage Fanatics, I chose the piece that one of the pieces that needs the most stitches each month. So because that one is going to be, I think I'm going to get 24,000 done by the end of the year, and the goal for that is to do 22,000 in the year, so I should be able to hit and go over by 2,000 stitches on that piece. This one also I should hit 24 on, because I have to do 2,000 stitches a month to get to the percentage goal that I want to get to by the end of the year. But yeah, let me stop waving it around and actually show you. But that's where we're at. Super fun. Loving this piece. Lots of parked threads because it's a max color. So, but yeah, loving this. I'm doing this SAL on Instagram is called Where in the World SAL. It's hashtag Where in the World. So if you want to get in on that, it's just any map that you have. If you have a map, you're working on a map, go ahead and hashtag that SAL, so we can see your progress. I just posted. I'm trying to be better, especially if I have like SALs and hashtags. I'm trying to be better. I actually have to post another photo that I'll probably do tonight for one of my other SALs. So that has the 2,000 stitches in for January done already, but I'm going to do 2,000 more in January for the daily 30, which means I might not touch it in February. We'll see, because I'll be caught up. I'll be done February's in January. Anyway, okay, the next one, I'm also done January's goal. And like I said, I'm okay with getting ahead, so like getting done early, because I can also kind of play with it. So my months are kind of going to start on the 27th. I know like WIP Go and stuff doesn't start until the 1st of the month, but she calls the numbers on the 27th. So my month is probably going to start on the 27th so that I can try to get like the goal done, and be ready for the next goal. And like I said last time, like I can continue into the 28th, 29th, 30th, whatever, if I need to, but I'm going to start, WIP Go has started for me already, just purely because I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to do it. And so I think starting it now, just seeing if I'm going to actually be able to do the goals that I set myself, without having to change them. Anyway, the next one that I have is called Amazing Grace. It is a Tilton Crafts chart. I can't remember who the artist is. Hold on one second. That's not what I wanted. Sorry if you can hear the clicking. I didn't think about that, but anyway, Amazing Grace is by Judith Gibson. Yeah, Tilton Crafts, and here is where I got to. So less confetti, less colors in general, but that is where I am. Again, this is 2,000 stitches done. I think it's like 2001 stitches done, but you know, that is the curtain in the top. What is this, right? And I started there. I had thought originally I was going to start in the top left, but I decided to start top right because I wanted to get the window done. Like I wanted the window to come in real soon. So, and then the other side is bookshelf. I think it's a bookshelf. You saw it. But yeah, that's where we're at. Doesn't look like much of anything yet, but it will. And I'm doing this SAL with Corinne, who is Grace Notes, one of the Grace Notes stitchers. And the hashtag is Tilton Crafts, no. Tilton, maybe it is. Maybe it's Tilton Crafts Piano. No, it's Tilton Crafts Piano Emoji SAL. I'm pretty sure. So that anybody who's doing any of the Tilton Crafts pianos, because there's, I think, 4 different ones, they can all join in. And then I have one more WIP. And I'm not taking it off the hoop because it's the one I'm currently working on. So this is Apocalypse Princesses. This is by Paine Free Crafts. And it is artwork by Tess Fowler. Sorry, I have to look. Some of these I have to look up because they're newer to me and I don't know the artist yet. Eventually I'll remember the artist, but so yeah, Tess Fowler. This was one of my WIP Go calls. So my WIP Go for the month is Apocalypse Princesses, Dogs. Those are my 2 full coverage, my ones that are compatible with Pattern Keeper, and then the other 2 are Dracula, which I aim to finish that in January. So Dracula will be finished in January, and then the other one is Joyous Noel. That's not going to be finished. That's just going to be work on it for 5 hours and call it good. But Dracula will be finished, so I'll have hopefully at least two finishes in January. And then my new start also, my freebie new start, which will be Magic Book that I'm going to be stitching with Tess from Tess Stitches on Flosstube. Anyway, back to Apocalypse Princesses. This is going to be really fun to look at. Can you see anything? Yes, it's a little dingy again because I hate working on white. White is awful. White is terrible. Do you see the old stitches are already yellow? All of those white stitches were put in yesterday. The rest of it. So this is going to, eventually that's going to look like that. So I'll wash it and hopefully some of that yellow will come out. But it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. This was new floss. This yellow, dingy, gross yellow, white yellow stuff, that was new floss. But from just being out for a couple days, it's already gross and yellow. I hate white floss. So anyway, it's really fun. It's just a whole bunch of white stitching. This diagonal column here gets into, I think there's a little bit of color, and then the next one will be, there'll actually be color in here. So it won't be so boring. But, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, that's all my WIPs. That's all I have to show you for the week, which is a lot better than last week. Last week was crazy WIPs, everywhere. Let's show you my Stitchy Kindness. Okay, so I have 2 things to share. One, I'm not sure I can share a picture because I don't have a picture. But it is something that Kaylee, who I was just talking about, who owns the Sewing Shop Inc. Store. She is Kaylee Cruff. Oh, I always mess it up, on Instagram. And she sent me a pattern. She's been working on charting a few things for herself, just playing with charting. And she charted me something, and it was amazing. Didn't know I was getting this, but it is a little gnome, and it's the cutest thing, and I will stitch it. I don't know what I'm going to stitch it on, but I will stitch it, and it might be, depending on how big it is, a new start next year. If not, it will absolutely be started in December of next year when No New Starts is over. Yeah, it's the cutest thing. It's a little gnome, and it says, what does it say? Kaylee, I've forgotten. I don't have my phone up here. I would look at it if I, oh wait, maybe I have it on my email. Hold on. Hold please. I have to find my email. I don't use my tablet. Oh my gosh, look at the back of mine. It's all of my stickers, mostly from Grace Notes fabrics, but there are a couple that are, actually I think it's just this one, and 4 Ocean, which you can't even see anymore underneath of here, and the Witchy Stitcher sticker. Anyway, okay, let's see. Kaylee, when did you send this to me? Here it is. Oh, maybe do I have a picture? Oh, is that a picture? Wait, hold on. Maybe I have a picture. Oh. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see this. Hold on. I'm hoping that this will work. No, it's a PDF of the actual chart. And I don't think I can show... I don't feel comfortable showing it. I know it's not like for sale or anything, but well, I guess I could show this part because you can't see the symbols or anything. So it's gonna look kind of like that. It says snuggle up Nomies, it's cold outside. And it's so cute. It's got little trees. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. But anyway, so she sent me that and I'm so happy. It's so cute. Can't wait. Can't wait to do that. I don't know how big it is. It's probably bigger than my small, but we'll see. And then the next one that I got, I believe I got for Christmas. It was on, I believe I got it on Christmas. But I was looking in my email like the day after, or maybe even 2 days later. I had gone into a bunch of people's wish lists, it was a couple people's wish lists, and I had sent them some Christmas presents from HAED, and I went into my email and I had a present from HAED. Okay, I went and get my phone because I couldn't remember I couldn't remember anything. So, like I said, I was scrolling through my email and I had an email from Heaven and Earth, and I was like, I didn't order anything, and it said that I had a rack, which is a random act of kindness from Carla from Craft Addict K here on Flosstube. And I opened it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's perfect. And she even said, she was like, this feels like a very Hannah pattern to me. So it is called A Marvelous Garden. It is by Alexandra Gavrilova. Alexandra Gavrilova. And here is what it looks like. Oh, let me turn my brightness down. Hold on. Maybe that'll work. This ring light doesn't like do me any favors with the lighting. But it's so cute. Look at the hummingbirds. Oh, very me. Love it. Yeah, absolutely doing this at some point. Maybe at the end of the year it'll be a new start, a HAED new start. But lovely. Thank you so much, Carla. I really appreciate it. It is so pretty. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to start it before No New Starts, and I'm not finishing anything big enough for that. So I will start it probably in December, along with my red barn pattern that I got from, oh my gosh, what is your channel name? I'm blanking. I said thank you in one of my videos for that pattern. My brain doesn't work. Okay, and then the last thing. What is the channel? Who am I thinking of? Oh my gosh, you know who you are. Lydia. Lydia's leisurely stitching. I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening with my brain? I worked today. That's why. And then the last thing I want to show you guys is what I got from my husband. Well, this sweatshirt, but I also got from my husband, which I knew I was getting because I did all of the things for these, but I hadn't seen them in real life until Christmas. So the first one that I'm going to show you is this. This is a Jen bag, Jasmine Ravenclaw, which she has now changed her name on Instagram to Handmade by Jasmine something. I don't remember what she's changed her shop name to, but let me look because I totally will find it. Jasmine Custom Bags. So she has now Jasmine Custom Bags on Instagram, and that's how you buy her bags. You just DM her on Instagram. But look at this. Look at this lovely, it is so good. It's like her extra large tote. The fabric inside. I have I have my projects already in here because these were meant to be like, you know, totes for my projects. So like I could keep storage for my projects and they would just be nice. It is pink inside. I'm not a pink person, but this fabric called to me. Like, look at it. It's beautiful. And she posted this on Instagram like when they were done, but I hadn't seen it in real life. So I already knew what they looked like, but it's so much better in person. And then the black, we went with black just because it felt like I really wanted the pastel to pop, and black did that. And then we did black detailing. So there's that one. And hold on, there's more. The other one, yes, I know. It's amazing. Well, maybe she has it on here. Oh no, her tag still says Jasmine Ravenclaw, but it's changed. It's Jasmine Custom Bags now. Anyway, yes. Look at it. Look at it in all its glory. Look at the gnomes. And then on the inside, we went with a kind of dark green fabric that went really well with the background color on this. And then we did the brown leather, fake leather. It's fake leather, but which is fine because I'm not an advocate for killing animals and leather things. Although I rode horses for, you know, years, which that's like all leather stuff. But, you know, I try to get as much fake leather as possible. But it's beautiful. And then originally we were going to go with like gold detailing here and like here, and then the zipper. But when she was putting it together, she messaged me and she was like, actually, do you think we could do, I think this is brass or whatever, could we do that instead? Because I think that the gold takes away or is too in your face. So I said, absolutely, you're the one who's there in person and can see it, so like do what you think you should do. And she did that thing. She is awesome. This bag is amazing. Seriously amazing. And it's got like little things. It's even got one in the middle because it's so giant. Amazing. So Jen, you did that thing and it's amazing. If you want an amazing, beautiful bag, you can custom. She sends you the links for like where she orders her fabric and stuff. And then when you tell her what your main fabric you want the pattern to be, you give her that, and then she pretty much like sends you, once she gets that fabric, she sends you options for like the accent fabric, and then once you do that, she puts it all together, and she sends you the options for like the metal and the zipper and all that. So good stuff. Amazing. It's awesome. She's super easy to work with, so I definitely recommend. I'll probably link her Instagram down below so that you can do the thing if you want them. Amazing. But that's it. That's it from me today. It's a shorter video. So, yeah, I will be back on Friday, hopefully. I plan on being back on Friday. If not Friday, I will definitely do one on Saturday, the 1st, right? Saturday is the 1st this year. Friday is, you know what, I can't do anything on my computer. No, Saturday's the 1st. So yeah, Friday is the 31st. So if I'm not doing it Friday, I will absolutely do it on Saturday. Yeah. So that's that. We'll do a WIP parade on one of those 2 days. And then, yeah, and then I'll be back on my regular scheduled program with all of my, mostly it's going to be WIP Go stuff that you see this year. But if I work on anything else, I'll show you. So yeah, that's that for me. I hope that everybody has a wonderful new year. I hope you all had a great Christmas if you celebrate it. I hope you had a great Kwanzaa, a great Hanukkah. I know Hanukkah was like a while ago, but I hope you had a great whatever you celebrate. And if you don't, I hope you had a great weekend. It was a great weekend. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys on Friday or Saturday for my WIP parade. Okay,